On March 14, 2025, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky made a significant announcement. Standing before a crowd of eager listeners and a sea of cameras, he spoke with a tone of triumph and resolve. He declared that Ukraine's military operation in Kursk had achieved its goals. The operation, which had been months in the making, was a testament to the strategic prowess and bravery of the Ukrainian forces. This marked a turning point in the conflict, signaling the success of a risky strategy. The victory in Kursk was not just a military achievement but a significant morale booster for the Ukrainian people and their armed forces. Ukraine had launched its offensive in Kursk back in August 2024. The operation was meticulously planned, with every detail scrutinized to ensure the highest chance of success. The operation was a gamble, a bold move to take the fight to Russian soil. It required immense coordination and the unwavering determination of the troops involved. The operation's success exceeded many expectations. Military analysts had been skeptical, but the Ukrainian forces proved their mettle. It caught Russian forces off guard, forcing them to divert troops and resources away from other fronts. This unexpected maneuver disrupted their plans and created a ripple effect across the battlefield. This success offered a much-needed boost to Ukrainian morale. The sight of their troops returning victorious filled the hearts of the citizens with pride and hope. It also demonstrated Ukraine's ability to effectively counter Russia's military aggression. The operation showcased the tactical ingenuity and resilience of the Ukrainian military. The Kursk operation was more than just a military victory. It was a symbolic victory, proving that Ukraine would not be easily defeated. The raised flag in Kursk became a symbol of resistance and determination. It was a symbolic victory, proving that Ukraine would not be easily defeated. The raised flag in Kursk became a symbol of resistance and determination. This victory resonated both domestically and internationally, bolstering support for Ukraine's cause. International leaders praised the operation, and global support for Ukraine's struggle against aggression grew stronger. Zelensky's announcement came at a critical juncture in the conflict. The timing of this victory was crucial, as it provided a much-needed boost to the Ukrainian war effort. The war had entered a brutal stalemate. Both sides were entrenched, and progress seemed elusive. The Kursk operation offered a glimmer of hope, a sign that Ukraine could shift the tide of the war. It was a beacon of light in a dark and challenging time, showing that with determination and strategy, victory was within reach. The Kursk region holds significant strategic value. Located in western Russia, it is a key area that has historically been a point of contention due to its proximity to Ukraine and its strategic military importance. It sits just across the border from Ukraine's eastern Donbas region, a region that has been embroiled in conflict for years. The geographical closeness of Kursk to Donbas makes it a critical area for both Russian and Ukrainian military operations. This region has been a focal point of the conflict since 2014. The ongoing battles have led to significant casualties and destruction, making it one of the most volatile areas in the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. For Russia, controlling Kursk provides a crucial staging ground for attacks into Ukraine. The region's infrastructure and proximity to the border make it an ideal location for launching military operations. Ukrainian forces had been facing intense pressure on the eastern front. The relentless attacks from Russian forces have stretched their resources thin and made it difficult to hold their positions. The cities of Pokrovsk and Kharkov in particular were under constant threat. These cities have seen some of the heaviest fighting, with civilian areas frequently coming under fire. The Ukrainian military desperately needed to alleviate this pressure. High-level strategizing and planning were underway to find a way to push back against the Russian advances and secure their positions. A successful operation in Kursk offered a way to do just that. By launching a counteroffensive in this strategically important region, Ukraine aimed to disrupt Russian plans and gain a tactical advantage. By threatening Russian control of Kursk, Ukraine could force Russia to redeploy troops away from the east. This would not only relieve the immediate pressure on the eastern front but also create opportunities for further Ukrainian advances. This redeployment would then ease the pressure on Pokrovsk and Kharkov, giving Ukrainian forces a much-needed reprieve. The shift in focus could allow Ukrainian troops to regroup and strengthen their defenses. The operation aimed to disrupt Russian supply lines and communication networks in the region. Cutting off these vital resources would hinder Russia's ability to sustain its military efforts and weaken their overall position. This disruption would further hamper Russia's ability to sustain its offensive in the Donbas. The logistical challenges would slow down their operations and reduce their effectiveness on the battlefield. The Kursk offensive was a calculated risk, a strategic gamble with potentially high rewards. The Ukrainian military knew that success in this operation could shift the momentum of the war in their favor. If successful, it could significantly alter the course of the war in Ukraine's favor. The potential to reclaim lost territory and push back Russian forces would be a major victory for Ukraine, boosting morale and international support. Throughout the Kursk operation, President Zelensky has been vocal in his praise for the Ukrainian soldiers fighting on the front lines. His speeches have been filled with admiration and respect for the men and women who are risking their lives every day. He has made it clear that their bravery and determination are the backbone of Ukraine's resistance. He has repeatedly hailed their courage, resilience, and unwavering dedication to defending their homeland. These soldiers are not just fighting for territory, they are fighting for their families, their future, and the very identity of Ukraine. Zelensky understands the sacrifices these soldiers are making. He knows that every day on the front lines is a day filled with danger and uncertainty. Yet these soldiers continue to stand firm, embodying the spirit of resistance. He has made a point of highlighting their heroism. By awarding medals and publicly recognizing their efforts, Zelensky ensures that their sacrifices do not go unnoticed. This recognition is crucial for maintaining morale among the troops. In his March 14th address, Zelensky acknowledged the difficult situation in Kursk. He spoke candidly about the challenges faced by the soldiers and the heavy resistance they encounter daily. He thanked the soldiers for holding their positions despite facing heavy resistance. His gratitude was not just for their physical endurance but also for their mental and emotional strength. He praised their unwavering commitment to defending every inch of Ukrainian territory. This commitment is a testament to their love for their country and their determination to protect it at all costs. Zelensky's words serve as a powerful reminder of the human cost of this conflict. The images of destruction and the stories of loss are a stark contrast to the resilience shown by the soldiers. His words are not just empty rhetoric, they are backed by actions and a deep understanding of the sacrifices being made on the front lines. Zelensky has consistently demonstrated his commitment to supporting the Ukrainian military. His visits to military bases and his interactions with military leaders show his hands-on approach to leadership. He has rallied international support for Ukraine, securing vital military aid and equipment. This international backing has been crucial in sustaining the Ukrainian defense efforts. He has also visited troops on the front lines, boosting morale and showing his solidarity. These visits are more than symbolic. They are a source of strength and encouragement for the soldiers. Zelensky's unwavering support for his soldiers has been a key factor in maintaining Ukrainian morale. His presence and words have a profound impact on the troops, reinforcing their resolve. His leadership has been crucial in rallying the nation behind the war effort. Zelensky's ability to inspire and unite the people of Ukraine has been a cornerstone of the country's resilience in the face of adversity. One of the primary objectives of the Kursk operation was to relieve pressure on the Eastern Front, particularly the cities of Pokrovsk and Kharkov. By all accounts, the operation has been successful in this regard. Military analysts have noted a decrease in Russian offensive operations in these areas. This decrease suggests that Russia has indeed diverted troops and resources to counter the Ukrainian offensive in Kursk. The stabilization of the Pokrovsk and Kharkov fronts is a significant development. It allows Ukrainian forces to regroup, reinforce their positions, and prepare for future Russian offensives. This respite also provides a crucial window of opportunity for Ukrainian civilians in these areas. The relative calm allows for the delivery of humanitarian aid and essential supplies. It also enables the evacuation of vulnerable populations who have been trapped in the fighting. The success of the Kursk operation in diverting Russian forces has bought valuable time for the defenders of Pokrovsk and Kharkov. This success could have a significant impact on the long-term course of the conflict in eastern Ukraine. In the face of overwhelming odds, the ultimatum was clear: surrender or face annihilation. The decision was not taken lightly, as the consequences would be dire either way. It was a moment that would define their fate, a choice between survival and certain destruction. As the clock ticked down, every second felt like an eternity. The weight of the world rested on their shoulders, and the path they chose would echo through history. As the crisis in Kursk unfolded, the world watched with bated breath. Governments, international organizations, and civilians alike were concerned about the escalating violence and its potential global ramifications. Diplomatic channels were buzzing with urgent discussions, and news outlets were flooded with updates and expert analyses. The international community was unified in its call for a peaceful resolution, but the path forward remained uncertain. Amidst the chaos, reports of war crimes and human rights abuses began to surface. Eyewitness accounts and investigative reports painted a grim picture of the situation on the ground. The international community was horrified, and calls for accountability grew louder. Human rights organizations mobilized to document the atrocities, while legal experts debated the implications of these violations under international law. The specter of war crimes cast a long shadow over the conflict, complicating efforts for a peaceful resolution. In response to the mounting crisis, ceasefire talks were initiated under intense international pressure. Diplomatic envoys from various countries and organizations worked tirelessly to bring the warring parties to the negotiating table. The stakes were high, and the world watched closely as tentative agreements were reached and subsequently broken. The road to peace was fraught with challenges, but the relentless efforts of the international community kept the hope for a ceasefire alive. The Kursk operation marked a significant turning point in the conflict. Military strategies were recalibrated and new alliances were formed. As the dust began to settle, questions about the future of the region loomed large. Analysts speculated on the long-term impacts of the operation, while policymakers debated the best course of action moving forward. The legacy of the Kursk crisis would undoubtedly shape the geopolitical landscape for years to come, and the world remained watchful, hoping for a lasting peace.